Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Pumping off, I'm loco. Pumping off the circle beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes. If you're in here, make sure you subscribe. If you're new, you know we do this every single day. We stream and then I give you like a 10-minute update at 10 o'clock every day. So if you missed anything or you can't be here for the stream or the stream's too long, 45 minutes to an hour, just wait for the 10-minute update at the end of the night every day and you'll have everything in there in 10 minutes. So that's it, my people. But make sure you smash the likes. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to start off with the big news today. Obviously, we've been talking about Semenyo every day, etc. But we've basically been told the replacement to Semenyo, if that don't happen, is going to be the boy Yildiz. And Ben Jacobs come out and spoke about it today. Remember, he's done a few bits on the United stand. And he's saying that Yildiz has been named as a player Man United like he would be surely 90 to 100 million signing. Obviously, that's about 90 million euros, about 84 million pounds. Do you know what I'm saying? So 85 million, yeah, or something like that. So we'll see, bro. This is a mad one. Yildiz a bowler. That's all I've got to say about Yildiz. I've watched him a few times in the Champions League. Sometimes I don't ever watch him properly, like just watch a whole game where you just pre him. But I've watched Juventus a few times and he stood out every time. Every time I go there and I see who scored anyway, it's always Yildiz anyway. He's dope. You know what I'm saying? So he's a baller. And there was talks about us watching him before as well. I think it was the Muppeteers. He came out ages ago and he said that we were watching Yildiz from early. This is a bit of Yildiz and a bit of his stats. Obviously, look, he's only 20 years old. This geezer's a baller, man. He's Turkish. He's obviously going to be playing for the World Cup with them. And he's got 5 goals and 4 assists in 13 games when he started, 14 games in total. So my man's doing his thing, man. He's over there doing what he needs to do, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So 9 GA in 14 games is not bad. You understand? He's 20 years old. You can tell this guy's got something to him. He's a baller, bro. Every time I've watched him, he just stands out. He's the guy that can make something happen. And he scores screamers as well. Every time. He just scores screamers. So yeah, man, I'm with the Yildiz train, man. We'll see what happens, man. Like I said, Semenyo's still there as well. There's loads that's been said today. Semenyo's still in there. There's loads being said about Semenyo. We're going to get into all of that as well. But we're starting off with Yildiz, and he is a good choice. If you look, let me know. If we can't get Semenyo and Yildiz, who would you lot prefer that we get? That would be an interesting one to see. But just to hear his name, that he's involved in that we're even in for a 10 like this, is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't in for no 10. It was always, we need a centre mid. But I don't think none of our centre mids are attainable until the summer. That's the problem. Because none of them are attainable to the summer. So it's like, you know what we'll do? We'll get a 10 right now to just take that position. And then after, we'll go for our centre mid in the summer. That could cost us. We might have too much 10s. It could cause a bit of drift. You know, you got Semenyo, Cunha, both on the left. Would Semenyo play as a left wing back? Would he play as a left 10? What did he get promised? Because remember, they said that Semenyo was meant to come in to be Mbumo. Do you get it? Was meant to get Semenyo before Mbumo. But we ended up getting Mbumo because Semenyo, they didn't want to let him go for 50 million. So think about it. Mbumo's a 10. So where's Semenyo coming to play? Is he coming to play as a 10 or wing back? And if he is coming to play as a 10, he might look at it and say, bro, I don't want to be sitting on the bench. The same thing we're sitting there and talking about with World Cup. A lot of these guys don't want to go and sit on the bench with the World Cup coming up. Obviously for Ghana, I don't even know if Ghana's in the World Cup. Is Ghana in the World Cup? Yeah, they are. But even so, like, a lot of players ain't going to want to go. He's rating himself right now. He's the man, Semenyo. He's not going to go anywhere and sit on the bench and sit down. So I don't know, man. It don't really make any sense, man. But Yildiz, he's a man that starts straight away. He's a 10. He's a natural 10 as well. So he goes straight into that 10 position. What are we doing here? This is what I'm saying. So are we trying to build some mad team like Man City and that, where we go and just get bare players in the same position? You know how you watch Man City? They got Savino, Oscar Bob, Cherky's playing on the wing now, Doku. They've got so much options on the same position, so much depth. Mamouche is coming off the bench and playing on the wing. Like, Bernardo Silva can play on the wing. That's 6 players. Arsenal's the same thing. Arsenal's got Trossard. They've got Eze that starts on the left with Saka on the right. And when they want to sub them off, they'll put on Trossard, Martinelli, Madueke, Nwaneri. 6 players in every position. 6 players, literally, that are sharing 2 positions. We ain't got that, of course. And Mbumo's gone now. Ahmad's gone now. When it comes to the right-hand side, we're probably going to play Bruno there, Mason Mount. That's going to be the rotation. And probably, I don't know, Kobe Mainoo might get a little time over there. Is he going to bring some of the young boys, the Mantatos, and all these guys we've been hearing about, Bian Cherry and that? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? But we'll see, bro. But I just can't see where he plays unless he goes straight into the 10 role. Then what happens to Cunha? Is Cunha our striker? Is he the second? It's a weird situation. Who knows? But Yildiz is a baller, like I said. I rate him 90 to 100 million is expensive. And would they spend that now? Remember, they're looking at 65 million right now. 65 million euros. Sorry, 65 million pounds is basically what? 80 million euros, though. When you actually think about it. So we're kind of paying that sort of money now anyway. 65 million pounds. Let's check it right now. Look. 65 million pounds in euros is going to be 65 million pounds in euros, yeah? That's about 80 million or something. 74 million. 74 million pounds is what we're spending on Semenyo anyway in euros. So could they not just add on a 15 million and make it 90? I don't know. Even if we bargain with them and try to get it for 80 million euros, I don't know. It is where it is. But he's a signing that we're looking at, and we've been linked with him from the beginning. Like I said, there were times where we was linked with him. I remember Muppeteers used to do a little stream where he used to say all the little transfer targets that we might be preying, etc. And he was kind of one of them that he kept saying. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know if this one's going to happen or not. We might just do the safer option and just get a player that's in the Prem and just say, yeah, we'll just do this instead of going to take the risk again. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But so that's what Ben Jacobs has come out and said. He's spoken about a few players, and this is the name that stood out today. Obviously, majority of the names he said we've kind of heard before, but Yildiz, we definitely haven't heard his name already yet. Do you understand? So we'll see what happens, man. But let's get into it. We'll get into the rest of the news. Keep these comments coming, and I'm gonna come and get these comments in a second. Just keep them coming, keep them rolling. Make sure you lot smash the likes as well, man. Let's get these likes up, man. The likes are not making no sense. Come on, peoples. So yeah, man. So cool. So that's how it started with the Yildiz stuff. I'm gonna go to let's go to, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me go to the last game that Yildiz even played. Let's see if it makes sense. Because you know how last time we checked on the player, the guy was injured. So this is the last game that they played, and they played was against Cagliari. No, Bologna. Bologna. Where's the lineup? Look, Yildiz plays on the left. He plays exactly where Cunha plays, and he got an assist in that game as well. So that's the last game that they played. And he plays on the left. So he plays on the left 10, the exact same position Cunha plays. So what is that? Is he come and be a backup to Cunha? Does him and Cunha rotate? It just doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know. I can't see it happening. I'll be real. Because like, I know we want to do this thing where we got depth, but I just can't see it being that mad that we've got so much depth. Maybe if you go get a young player that can take his time and he's not going to complain, cool. See how you had Haaland and then you had Alvarez. Alvarez coming from Argentina, wherever he came from, River Plate. And he was just sitting back. He knew his position. And then once he came on the pitch, he was scoring and doing what he needed to do. Maybe it's a situation like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if we're going to get this one here done still. I'll be real. But cool, let's get into the rest of the news anyway. That's Yildiz out the way. We'll get into the rest of it. Remember, Ben Jacobs just came out today and he said loads. So we're going to start off here. This is what Fabrizio said about it yesterday. He just basically said this week, Man United and Man City have made contact with Bournemouth over the terms of Anton Semenyo's 65 million release clause, active as of early January. United are interested, but financially it remains to be seen if they can do a deal with said clause. Bro, no one ever knows our financials. Don't worry about that. Yeah? Because Sir Jim bamboozled the whole world that we're broke. We couldn't do anything. We bought Mbumo, we bought Cunha, and then we got Mbumo, and then was told we ain't got no money for no striker. We went and put 70 million, whatever it was, on Sesko. So don't even listen to this money talk, because we got money just coming out of nowhere. I don't know how we do it, but we've always got money. So it is where it is. So this is what Fabrizio said, obviously, about 20 hours ago. And we move up to where Ben Jacobs starts to speak. So cool, boom, boom, boom. So this is it now. Look, this is Fabrizio again. Spurs are also pushing for the move, but obviously it depends. It's up to Semenyo where he goes. Does he go to Spurs? He could go to Spurs because of Kudus. Kudus is the only reason that he could go to Spurs. They're both Ghanaian. They've got a little friendship. That's about it. Apart from that, it's not happening. So cool. This is Ben Jacobs now. What he thinks about all this situation, and he goes on to say on whether United are front runners for Semenyo. He says probably not. But are they firmly in the race? Absolutely. Man United's hope if they move on this is that Semenyo will pick a singular club and then that will make everything relatively smooth. So basically, see how Delap came out and said he wants to go Chelsea. He picked Chelsea, told everyone else he wanted Chelsea, and that was it. So, and then no one else has to fight for him, basically. That's the same situation with Semenyo. It's a release clause. Delap had a relegation clause. It's a clause. So every team can match that clause. And then whoever just talks to you and you get convinced by their project. Remember, Semenyo was on coming in the summer. So they already gassed him up in the summer to come. So he was already on it. But now that we got Mbeumo and Cunha, he might say, bro, I'm not going to be the #1 star over there. Same thing with Liverpool. Same thing with City. Do you know what I'm saying? If he goes to City, yeah, he should be starting, really and truly. But they might say, nah, bro, we're playing Doku. Cherky's got one less assist than Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno Fernandes got the most assists in the league. So Cherky's starting every game now. And he's on the right wing. They're playing him on the right at the moment. Especially with Mamouche gone now as well. He's on the right wing. Doku's on the left. So does he go there and he automatically gets to start? No. You might have to chill out and play with Doku type of thing. And the way Pep plays, Pep loves all this pass. You might just ruin him like he done Jack Grealish. It might be a thing where he goes over there. He can't be taking players on the way he used to. He's got to pass every minute. He might not want to go there. Liverpool, he could go there, but I'm hearing Liverpool have got to sort out something with Mo Salah. If they don't sort out something with Mo Salah, it's not going to happen. So that's where it gets a bit mad. So it is where it is, man. It's a weird one. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we'll see what happens. But that's what Ben Jacobs has said about Semenyo. We're in the race, absolutely. But we're just hoping he just comes out and says, I want to go to Man United or Man City or wherever he wants to go, and then it's done. Simple as that. And we already agreed personal terms with him in the summer when we tried to sign him, but Bournemouth wouldn't accept 50 million for him. So that's what he said about Semenyo. Let's get into the rest of them. Obviously, he speaks more about Semenyo when he says that Man United are actively interested in Semenyo. There could be a domino effect where probably financially and feasibly Man United and Arsenal, by the way, too, might prefer in an ideal world to do that kind of deal in the summer. But if any suitors come forward in January, you might not have a choice. So they might have to rush this. This is what's been said. We wanted to do all of our deals in the summer, but we might have to rush it and say, no, we're going to do it all now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because we're trying to get to it is where it is. He's someone that we could possibly go for in the summer anyway. Let's just get it done now. That's what it might end up being, something like that. So it is where it is, man. Like I said, every single person seems like they've got like something in the way though. Because they're talking about us financially, bro. No one knows what we got financially. Every single one of these guys, Ben Jacobs, Fabrizio, Ornstein, got bamboozled. Every single one of them. They never thought we could buy a striker without selling. Everyone was saying it. They've got to sell before a striker, and then we bought Sesko, and Højlund was still here. Remember, Højlund had to be benched and for 3-4 games in a row. We never sold anyone. Garnacho and all of that went on the last day. Anthony, all of them. So when people talk about financials with United, we don't have a clue. They've got a credit card they can borrow money from, loans. They do weird stuff. So I don't know. And then he goes on to say Man United will have urgency, but they've got to be able to make it work financially. And the last thing Man United want to do is be overstocked in a wide area, even though Semenyo is versatile, and find they're spending that budget at the expense of 2 elite midfielders. Finding 2 midfielders, I believe, is the absolute priority. Bro, I don't think we care about that because, brother, Casemiro's going regardless. Casemiro goes, that's 350 off the wage bill. We don't know what else is happening in the midfield. We've had talks about Ugarte. He could be going Galatasaray. Nice won him. Obviously, you don't want to go there, though, but there's teams. We don't know what's going on in the background. Like I said, you just never know. These guys just go off their opinion. They hear certain things, and then they try and use common sense. Like, oh, they really want 2 midfielders, though. So you just never know. Could they really expect to go and buy 2 midfielders and that? Brother, Liverpool spent 450 mil. Why can't we spend 250 or something? You know what I'm trying to say? We done that without no Champions League. 200 million on Sesko and Mbeumo and Cunha. No Champions League. So imagine if we do get a Europe or something, what can happen then? Come on, man. It's a bit mad. But yeah, we want 2 midfielders and Semenyo could work, etc. Man United will sign 2 midfielders either in January or in summer, regardless if they get Semenyo or not. Are you not hearing that? Regardless. Casemiro is definitely gone. This is his last season. He's on 350k. He's 33 or something. We're not going to give him another. That's old school stuff, what we used to do. Glazers and that. Richard Arnold will give people deals when they shouldn't, when their times come. That's what we used to do. We don't do that no more. So obviously these lot are saying, yo, we're going to go and get 3 players or whatever. Two midfielders, 100%. But it's just, can we go and get other areas as well? You got to remember, last January, what happened? We didn't know who we wanted. Last January, we had all these reports. We didn't have no money. We went and got Dorgu. Remember that, guys? We went and got Dorgu for nothing. We never had no talks about no money then. We went and got Dorgu. So it can happen. It can happen, man. Kenan Yildiz has been named as a player that Man United like. He would likely cost 90 million to 100 million. So that's about 74 million pounds. You know what I'm saying? 74 million pounds for Yildiz. I've just showed you like that. This is some talk about Kobe. My understanding is that Kobe Mainoo was speaking through his brother. He knew about the T-shirt and he endorsed the message. Do you think Kobe Mainoo is going to come out and agree to this? What do you lot reckon? Do you not think Kobe's going to sit down and say, yeah, I did agree to it, like, and stand by it? Did he like the photo? Did he retweet it? What did he do? So, I don't know, man. There's talks that obviously his brother is his agent. So if his brother is his agent, then he might have knew about it, but he might not have thought it was good. I don't know. But where's the evidence that he knew about it or he's endorsing it? Has he said anything about it? We don't know that. You know what I'm going to say? Like, how are you going to know that? Like, yeah, his brother, he knew about it. Like, how are you going to know about that? Unless now he gets fined. Remember, Casemiro misses that Aston Villa game. So what do we do? Is it going to be Ugarte that plays and Kobe's not even on the bench? What's going to happen now? It's not even making no sense what happens. But if he did know about it, then it's a joke thing. He wasn't thinking. And he probably didn't think he was going to get that long. He came on the 60th minute. You literally, remember, we had about 8 minutes stoppage time as well. So you played about 40 minutes, literally. So if he did do that, he's probably just going off how he's been feeling in the past. And he just thought it's going to be another game where he sits out, he doesn't play anything, maybe so. But I doubt he endorsed it though. Like, yeah, go and do that. Like, why? I don't get that one there. And even my man doing it, like, bro, it was cold. It was freezing that day. You took off your jacket and all that. To do all of that is madness. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what's going to happen. Something's going to come out. Gary Neville's talking about it today in the overlap with Carragher and all of that, like Roy Keane. So you know it's going big. Like, it's just a joke thing, man. It's a joke thing. Man, like Kobe, man, want him to stay and all that, but I don't know, man. This is obviously what Ben Jacobs thinks about Bruno's interview. It contradicts a previous interview from Bruno Fernandes in which he said that Amrin wanted him to stay and the whole club were on the same page. Manchester United sources counter and say that Bruno remains part of their long-term planning. So I think there's a bit of posturing or grandstanding from both sides here. Bruno Fernandes could leave Manchester United in the summer. He's never been intent on going anywhere mid-season. It's a World Cup year. There's a 65 million euros release clause, which Manchester United may see as a good value if somebody triggers it. Bruv, Bruno's a baller, but obviously I get it, innit? Like, he's getting older as well. They're looking at this thing and they're saying, bruv, you can't be in that position where we're having players and then they're getting older and older. But then again, you've got to look at it and say, some players you just can't get rid of, man. Someone like Bruno, how are we going to replace someone like Bruno? Do we get Yildiz in now and then we say that's Bruno's replacement? You know what I'm going to say? Like, I don't know, man. It's a weird one. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. Obviously, it's a World Cup year. He's not planning on going anywhere. Fabrizio said, watch out for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia really like him. They really want him, etc. Because you got to look at someone like Kane. Harry Kane was 30. He went to Bayern Munich and he's still smashing it. And we would love to have Harry Kane right now. He's like 32 or something. 33 probably. No one cares about his age. So some players, you don't care. Bruno's not a man that gets injured a lot. You get me? So he doesn't really get injured a lot. He plays a lot of games. He's very reliable. And he's bailed us out. And like I said, I saw a stat that Bruno Fernandes has won us more points this season than Haaland has won for City. He's won us more points than any other team. This, like, it's crazy. So I don't know, man. It's a mad one, man. But big up the boy Bruno. It's the interview's an interview. I don't know why he's done it. He's obviously done it for whatever reason. He didn't slate at Man United. He just said they didn't want me or whatever. Who knows? Maybe does he want another deal? Does he want to stay? Does he feel hurt still? Who knows? We'll see what happens, man. Yeah, this is some more news about Bruno, and it says, I think there's a theory here that Kobbie Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes could help fund a midfield revamp, but that doesn't mean that Bruno is not appreciated or valuable. Manchester United are not desperate to sell Bruno Fernandes, but for the right offer, which some at Manchester United think would be his clause, it might be worth having that conversation. So we can't discount a Bruno exit in the summer. So they're just saying, listen, we don't want to sell him, but if a man comes in and offers us some money, we could let him go. But my thing is, bro, we can't just go out there and buy loads of youngsters, bro. This is what happens for a lot of teams. Like, they want to do this young thing so heavy, they just go and buy loads of youngsters, and then they think, why are they bottling it? Like, look at Arsenal. They bottled bare titles, bruv. They've got no senior players there with the mentality. They've already done it before that can say, yo, big man, I got you. Everyone's young. Everyone's young. No one's done it yet. Do you know what I'm saying? The only man over there that's done it was what? Zinchenko and Jesus. That's won the league with City. Jesus and Zinchenko. 2 man. And then they've gone over there and they're still young as well. Remember that. So to lift up everyone's head and say, yeah, let's keep going. Bro, they've bottled the last how much leagues, bro. And look, City's 2 points away from them now because they've got a young squad. Chelsea, same thing they're trying to do. Young squad. So when you get rid of all your senior players, it needs to be a transition, isn't it? You need to have your senior players and they transition the young ones in and then they take over slowly. It can't just be, let's just strip all the old players, get rid of them, and then just bring young players. Bro, who's going to lift them up when they're down, bro? When you're losing, and who's going to bring you back up? That's what you got to remember, all of that. So, and they always talk positive about Bruno. Majority of them that chat about Bruno, they always say he's a proper leader. Every time they come through, he always makes them know, yo, They always feel comfortable. The Diego Leons, the new players, they always talk big about him. So we'll see, man. But Saudi Arabia is definitely interested in Bruno. That's one we're looking at. We've got this about Xerxes. Remember, like I said to you, I'm here every single day doing this. And every single day or every 2 days, maybe one day we'll skip, Roma and Xerxes have talks. Every day. There's always some talks about Roma and Xerxes. So something's happening. It was coming out from Italy before. Then Fabrizio tapped in. Then Core Sport, DiMarzio, then so much people. Sky Sports started talking about it. And then now you've got the boy Ben Jacobs, and he's come out and said, Roma feel Xerxes wants to leave Manchester United. They are active and serious about loaning him in January. So I don't know. They are active and serious about loaning him in January. Obviously, the thing about Xerxes is we're not going to let him go until the guys come back from AFCON. AFCON final is on the 20th of January. So if anyone makes it to AFCON final, remember, Ahmad and Bruno are in the same group. So if anyone makes it to the AFCON final, then obviously they've got to come back. You need to give them a few days as well to get used to it again and And we've got Arsenal on the 25th or something like that. So they might not even be able to play that. But this is the dates. Look at this, guys. So this is the Africa Cup of Nations, AFCON. If they get kicked out of their group, which I doubt would happen, Ivory Coast and Cameroon, they've got a light group. If they get kicked out, they're back on the 31st of December. By New Year's, they're back, which is crazy. But if they're not, then obviously 3rd, they've got a game, 4th, 5th, etc., wherever you are in this. And the final is here, as you can see, 18th. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's the latest everyone will be gone AFCON for. And if I show you our fixtures, look at the games that a lot of these guys will miss. So let me show you the fixtures now. So you know we've got Villa. This is all the games that they'll miss. So look at that. If they don't make it past the group stage, they're coming back for Leeds. Obviously, they won't play the Leeds game because it's the 31st that they play. So by the time they've took the plane and got back and started training, they'll probably make it for the Burnley game. Let's be real. So this is a little time where we might have a little save grace where we don't really need Ahmad and Bumo, etc. Wolves at home, Leeds away is dark. You know that's a long thing. At 12:30 kickoff is mad as well. Burnley away, so we should be able to get through these 3. Brighton, you know they're on and off. They've got Mitoma back, so you know they're going to be on some smoke. So, but if they make it to the final, they miss the Man City game. Remember, they won't have Omar Mamouche. They won't have Ait Nouri. But that doesn't even mean nothing to them because they've not even been playing. I see Omar Mamouche and Ait Nouri come on the 89th minute against Palace. Crazy. Like they're giving them 3-4 minutes now. So this is what will happen. So 18th is the last. They have to be back by the 18th, basically. That's the final. And then after that, we've got Arsenal on the 25th. So from the 18th, they might come back, train a little bit, and play the Arsenal game. They might not if you make the final. If you don't make the final, of course, you would definitely make that game. So that's the situation, guys, man, with AFCON. So Xerxes, back to my point anyway, Xerxes won't be able to leave to about the 18th, 19th, 20th, and even Menu. And remember, that gives us a little headache as well, because now we've got to sit there and we've got to try and find some players that are as good as Xerxes and Menu. And you know how hard that is to do in January. Who can you tell me that's a striker that's sitting on the bench at their club, unhappy, wants to leave, that's going to come to our club and be happy to sit on our bench? It's still sitting on the bench. So that's what I'm trying to say. It don't really make no sense. It's a bit of a weird one still. So I don't know. From what I've seen anyway, and for what Fabrizio said, he said, listen, they want to hold on to them because they're losing 3 players for AFCON. So they're already going to be light. So once they come back, then they'll assess what's going on. So I don't think he goes anywhere, I'll be real. I think it puts us in a mad position. But I understand why he wants to go, because he wants to make the World Cup. And so does Manu. Then he goes on to say on United signing midfielders. Ruben Amorim feels there's room for 2. One that's maybe more of a defined 6, and one a bit like Bruno Fernandes that can be played deeper, but also can be tasked with getting box to box and having an attacking output while still winning the ball. So he's talking about a 6. That's like an Anderson, box to box, and then like a 6 is more of like a Belieber. Then Belieber could be a 8 as well. It's weird, but this is what I'm saying. Everyone's been saying this. Andy Mitten came out and said it. Andy Mitten is proper United. When he speaks about United, you listen. He don't really come with this gas talk. And he already told us from long time that we want 2 midfielders. Ben Jacobs is saying it. Fabrizio's saying it. Everyone's saying it. But we want 2 midfielders. But if we're going for Semenyo, we know he's versatile. He can play as a left wing. He can play as a left mid. He can play as a left 10. He can play as a left wing back. We've got so much positions that this guy can play. So it makes sense to go and get a 10, etc., that can play in different positions. But it's just if he wants to do that. Because you've got to look at what you're doing that's working as a player. A lot of these players will look at it and say, I'm playing as a winger right now and I love it. Everything. I built up on my success right now as a winger. Why am I now going to turn around and go and play left wing back? Remember, when we went in for him in the summer, no one was in for him. It was just us. But they didn't want to accept our 50 million, but we agreed personal terms. Now he's got other options. He could turn around and go, let me go to Man City and win the league, or let me go to Liverpool and try and get them, whatever. But I just don't know, man. I don't know. He's got to look at his thing as well and say, would I get able to play? If he knows he's good enough, some of them say, I don't care. I'm going to go there anyway. I'm going to be able to play regardless. So it's a weird one, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get these likes up, man. Subscribe if you're new. We're here every single day. You know the thing. We've got this about Mark Guy, and something came out about this yesterday as well. I'm going to show you that in a sec. CC transfers. He's good for transfers, and he said something about this. But look at this. Defensive reinforcements is a priority for Man United. Names that the club view as left wing back targets include Estupiñán. Bro, he said this Estupiñán name ages ago, and then they sold him to Milan. So that's a myth now. He only went for 15 million as well. So I think that's a myth now. He was telling us about that before. But Estupiñán, Muniz from Crystal Palace, Anthony Robinson. However, these may be seen as too old, as Man United may target a CB and a left wing back under the age of 25. Guy is a market opportunity for all clubs. Upamecano is potentially free in the summer. And there's Diomande, who Amorim knows well and could be cheaper in the summer. Diomande was going to go to Crystal Palace for 40 million. That was going to be their Guy replacement for 40 million in January. Sorry, in the summer when whatever was going to happen. But now he might be 30 million because I think he's only got a year left or something. So, bruv, these are good options, man. And this is what I like to see. When we're linked with good players, that's what I like. Upamecano's up and down. He's weird. He had a little stint where he was rubbish and all the Bayern fans were dissing him. They started calling him Upper Maguire. If you type in Upper Maguire, you see Upamecano so much. Like, that's how much they hated him. He became a meme over there, Upper Maguire. Upamecano, but now I think he's built it back up. He's been all right under company and they like him again. He's scoring a bit of goals. He's been a bit solid, etc. So it is where it is, man. Let's see what happens. But yeah, man, Guy is a market opportunity, man. I'm good with Guy, man. Let's get Guy in. That's my guy. He's stern as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And him as a left CB. Remember, we've got Luke Shaw there as a left CB. Yoro can play there. But come on, let's go and get someone like Mark. This is a captain. We need to get some more captain material. Look at what's going on with us with Yoro and Heaven. Man, letting man score the same goal twice when we play Bournemouth. Just pull it in the middle, boom, boom, shoot. Joke thing. You know what I'm trying to say? These men are not ready. We need to get some more captain material. And remember, Maguire, his contract runs out this year. Is it this year? No, sorry. Yeah, run 6 months. So next month, he can talk to any club he wants, Maguire. From January, Maguire can sign a 6-month contract with any club he wants. And at the end of the season, he leaves for free. Casemiro, same thing. Sancho, same thing. Who else is Malacia, same thing. All their contracts are running out. So come on, man. Let's go do some smart signings. This is one thing I've got to give to Ineos. Since they've come, they do a bit of smart business. We've had a 1-2 miss, but majority of it has been smart when it comes to the transfer window anyway. So we'll see what happens, man. But these three are a myth. I don't think they're going to go for them because of their age. Guy might happen, but would he pick us? Would he go to Man City? I saw Man City might be in for him now. Liverpool, I don't know. It's a weird one, man. It's crazy. So that's all of that happening. I'm going to get a few of these comments and then I'm going to get into the rest of the news. There's still more to talk about, etc. There's still more talks. There's still more that's come out. I'm going to leave this here. Smash the like, subscribe, my peoples, man. Come on, man. Let's get this going, man. Big up Met United. Rules, my guy. Big up yourself, bro. Metric community. Smash the likes, man. They know us. I'm first to like. You're always first, United Rules, man. Big up yourself, bro. Metric community, finest. How are you, brother? I'm all good, Brighton, man. I'm all good, bro. 90 million is too expensive. 90 million is 74 million pounds. When you look at it like that, it's not the worst. 74 million in pounds, it isn't as bad as you would think it was. That's how much that they're saying that Belieber is going to be worth. 74 million pounds. So I don't know, bro. You let me know. You let me know. But he's definitely got potential. He's 20 years old. He's a baller. And he does it on every stage. Italy, it doesn't matter who he's playing for. United needs a midfielder, not a winger. I'll be baffled and shocked if you go for a winger. No. It's not that. I don't think that's the situation that we were going for a winger instead of a midfielder. I think it's a situation where we can't get any of our midfielders. That's the situation. Anderson, Wharton, Belieber, they're not for sale in January. None of them are for sale. So if none of them are for sale in January, but we still need to strengthen things that we know long term. This is what's being said. It's being said that we don't want to go for no one on a short-term basis unless it's a simple loan. Come in, come out. That's it. Laurie Whitwell said, bro, we want a loan that's going to come in and come out like Gallagher. But Atletico are trying to be smart. They're saying, bro, if you take Gallagher, you got to take him on an obligation. This is what's going on with us. So we only want to buy players that's going to be here as long-term solutions unless we can get a loan in, loan out. Simple. So that's the situation, man. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's be realistic. It's either Semenyo or nothing in January. But that's what we thought in last January, and we got Dorgu through the line. You know what I mean? We thought it's going to be nothing. We got told we got no money. We're going to wait till summer, blah, blah, blah. And then they got Dorgu through the line. Bam. So we just never know with this Ineos, bro. None of us thought we had money for a striker in the summer. We got Cunha. We got Mbumo. Everyone was saying we need to sell to buy. We bought Sesko. Like, no one knows. Sir Jim's a crook. He's a super crook. All right, Mike, big up yourself, broski. Doku is injured. Yeah, he's injured, but still, what? For how long? A month or something? Like, what? So that means go buy a player. Come on, they're stacked. That's my point. Doku's over there. Doku, Oscar Bob, Mamouche. Who else is in City? Savino. They're playing Cherky on the wing. Cherky played as a right winger yesterday. He plays on the wing as well. Bernardo Silva's on the wing sometimes. They got options galore. It's crazy. If you go to City, you can win the league and you can also win the Champions League. City got all the cards, United got none, but Pep looks to be finished at City in the summer. Yeah, you don't even need to Norwegian newspaper. Ornstein broke the news today. Ornstein broke the news today, said that he might leave and they might go for Maresca. So you don't even need to talk about that source. 100%. I know what you're saying though. It does make sense to go there. If you really want to win titles and your ambition, it just makes sense to just go over there. Funny is, we not get Semenyo, we will not get anyone else. Actually, we can be down 4 midfielders in the summer. This is what I'm saying. Everyone's linked to some sort of exit. Mainu ain't happy at the moment. Even if Mainu does stay and Ruben stays, and you know that Ruben don't really rate him, it's still a bit techie for Manu because he doesn't want to leave Man United. He loves it here, but it's like the manager don't rate me though. See where it's mad. And if he goes Napoli on a 6 months loan, he might turn around and go, bro, I want to stay forever. I'm playing every game. I'm going to go back to this Ruben guy, be on the bench, be getting 6 minutes and all of that. I ain't got time for this. That's how you got to look at it as well. Like the picture of a clown at TalkSport wearing that shirt. So yes, he knew. Oh, I swear that I didn't even see that. I think Semenyo will choose City. Would not. I think he's going to go City. I think he'll go City as well. I don't think he goes Spurs, man. No one picks his Spurs over any other club. Anyone that Spurs goes for is usually just them. Literally. I can't tell you one player that Spurs has been in a race with and they've picked Spurs. One player. You understand? The only one, even Matthias Tell, we wasn't on it because they had to pay a 6 million or something, 6 million loan fee. And we said, no, we're cool. And then he went Spurs. So I don't think he goes there unless he's going for Kudus. Kudus is his bedroom, isn't it? They both play for Ghana, etc. You get it? Play as a wing back. I think he would. And I think that's what Amrin was telling him when he agreed the personal terms. Or maybe he told him as a 10, sometimes wing back. Who knows? We don't know. There was talks that it was him or Mbumo, and then obviously we didn't get him, we got Mbumo. So maybe in his head, he thinks he's just going to play as a 10. I don't know. We should sell him this summer. That deal bite us in the arse. If the lit Maguire is available, my lineup will be that Lamens, the lit Maguire, Martinez. Nah, I don't think he's ready. Dallo, Ugarte, Manu, Shaw, Bruno. How you get Martinez and Shaw in the same team, bro? Is that even enough? Is that even enough players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shaw and Martinez in the same team. So what? Shaw as a left wing back? That is crazy. That's crazy. I wouldn't play Shaw as left wing back. That's when he'll start getting injured. Remember, he ain't been getting injured because he's barely running. When you play as a back four, you're having to overlap. You get injured a lot. You're running up and down. He's not doing that as much, remember. All he does is press the defender, get the ball back. That's it. He's not running up and down, bombing down the wings, so he's calm. Do you understand? Maguire's not ready yet. The lit should be back. Touchline. I'm going to hit you up, bro. Therefore, I'm going to hit you up, brother. Bring me Yildiz. Yeah, he's rating him. This is what I'm saying. I'm with the Yildiz hype as well. I'm fully with the Yildiz hype. But it's the price. Are they going to turn around and say, let's do that? But then again, Semenyo 65 and 90 million is about 74 million pounds. So you add a 40 million. This guy's 20 years old. It's just about believing that this guy's going to be the next thing. But it's crazy. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with this one. It's a mad one, but Yildiz is a baller. I heard Maguire is back, but we'll find out on Friday from press conference. Nah, man, I saw something about he doesn't know when he will be back. That's what I saw. He doesn't know when he's going to be back. King Mechi, Kiki, big up yourself. Love Yildiz, too costly though. Yes, this is what I'm saying. It's the numbers, man. We definitely got money for January because we was going to spend money on Belieber before Brighton said no. And then remember, we ended up selling Garnacho for 40 million. This guy's an academy project. He's an academy project, bro. That 40 million, we can go out there and spend 120. This is what I'm telling you, man. The money is there. But the way Man United like to put their little press stuff is we got nothing. And it's better like that anyway. Think about it. Because by the time we go to negotiate, we can actually negotiate and they can actually believe that that's our last bit of money. And then we get them for cheaper. Think about it. So it went that way anyway. Remember, Brentford was asking for 74 million or something. And we said, no, we're going to pay you 65 and a 6 million plus add-ons. Come on, man. So it makes sense anyway. So it only makes sense to do that. Semenyo in January, guy in the summer. Yeah, that's a good team still. Metch is only one match. What do you mean one match? For what? What's that for? Oh, is that the team you're telling me about that you put up? Nah, Martinez against them fast wingers. They put on who? Marlon and Watkins and them, and then you got Martinez and Shaw. That is loose. I'm not on that, brother. And Luke Shaw will get injured. I'm telling you that now for free. Yeah, 100%, my brother. I'm going to freeze. As soon as I come off this, I'm going to email you straight away, broski. Yeah? Defo, link up. So, yeah, my peoples, man. Let's get straight back into the news now, man. Exactly what's gone on. What's this? That's just come out. Oh, Rio Ferdinand's had a little interview with Bruno Fernandes, etc. And then obviously we've got this now. Look at this, guys. So we've got that. We're going to chat. Look at this. United will seek a meeting with referee chief Howard Webb. He's the boss. When it comes to PGMO, he's the main man. We're going to seek a meeting with him. in the new year after being left bruised by a series of controversial decisions. Amrin is not involved in the move. Officials at the club are growing increasingly frustrated at what they see as an increase in errors that may well have cost them multiple points. Remember, Semenyo could have got sent off. I'm just thinking of the recent ones. Semenyo should have been sent off, even if he shouldn't have. We definitely got a penalty in that Bournemouth game when they hit my man's arm. It came off Casemiro's head, hit his arm. That's just 2, but cool. Don't worry about it. Then we can think of like Brentford when Nathan Collins pulled Mbumo, last man. That same thing happened in the Europa against Atletico Bilbao, and he got sent off. The exact same thing. They gave him a yellow card, and then they came out after and said, "Oh, we should have sent him off." So there's all of these things that happen, and then we lost that game. When he could have got sent off, say Bruno scored the penalty, he didn't, of course, it would have been a different game anyway. We had about half an hour left. There's so much of these little things that's happened in so much different games. Ahmad against Brighton, we still won that game 4-2, but still, he had a penalty. So I think these are the things that they're saying, look, all these things are happening and we're getting sorries after, but we don't get the points on the board. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it's crazy, man. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, if they're going to do that, they're going to do that. Hopefully it goes, hopefully they can start taking decisions a bit more, you know what I'm saying, like serious or something. But come on, man. Casemiro put his hands on Will Hughes, bam, straight away, my man got sent off. Now, look, it happens to us. It's cool. It's calm. So Bruno Fernandes done another interview now. This guy's moving like Amrin, bruv. I thought Amrin was the man for interviews. Bruno's doing interviews every day. It's crazy. Bruno Fernandes, if I didn't take risks, no one would say Bruno loses the ball or misses his pass. I could play it safe, make backward or sideward passes, but that's not the player I am. If I did that, I wouldn't be useful to the team. I take risks to help my teammates score. Remember, he's got the most assists in the league, so he can talk like that. When you got the most assists in the league, you can chat like that. You know what I mean? But I get it. It is frustrating sometimes when you give the ball away just easy and you're just like, bro, and you got to remember, with this 2-man midfield, as soon as you give that ball away, bam, they've split the midfield open straight away and then we're running back and it's loose. You know what I'm saying? So I do get it. It does get frustrating, but he's got the most assists in the league. So he's saying, bro, I can take risks. This is who I am. I've created the most chance in the last 5-6 years, apart from one season when Arnold took it. When I speak about going and winning trophies, I stayed here because I think I can still win trophies here. I wouldn't have stayed there if the club hasn't told me our aim is to still get to the highest we can be. Get back to winning trophies. Get back to be the club we were before. Because if that was not the aim, then yes, I wouldn't have stayed there. But because I know the aim of the club is to get back to where they want to be and where I want the club to be, that's why I came to the club in the first place. So if I can get back, blah, blah, blah. So he's obviously done a little interview with Rio Ferdinand. So if you want to go see it, just go on his YouTube, Real Meets. And then obviously he's got Bruno Fernandes. You know what I'm trying to say? That's all he does. His son plays football, blah, blah, blah. Boom, boom, boom. Confirmed. Man United will wear the away shirt. The last time I saw us wear this shirt, how much times have I seen us wear this shirt? I've seen us wear this shirt at Liverpool. I don't think I've seen it again. And we won that game. I'm trying to think where else have we wore this shirt. That's it, right? The second kit. Shirt was only Liverpool and where we won. Yeah, we wouldn't wear it against Tottenham. We didn't wear it against Forest. Forest, we wore the black kit when Ahmad scored the screamer. This is the only place I've seen. Yeah, we wouldn't wear it against Brentford. So that's the only one. So yeah, my peoples, man. This is more or less it, man. I'm going to summarize quickly and show you exactly what's going on. If you just come in the chat, smash the likes. I'll do a quick summary so you can see exactly what's going on. And then bam, we'll keep it moving from there. So basically, look, we've got... oh yeah, I had this as well. Sully. Sully's very good. If you don't have Sully on Twitter, make sure you follow Sully. Sully's certified. He comes, breaks, just drops bombs and keeps it moving. He's not on this joke thing. You don't want to get engagement. He's not here typing every day. He's not trying to be an influencer. He just comes, drops a bomb and keeps it moving. And it's been times where he's got the news and then give it a month or two, Fabrizio will say it. And then I'm like, look, this guy already knew. So he speaks about one of our young boys, Bien Cherry. He's gone on Cardiff for pushing to sign him on loan. He visited the Cardiff training ground to meet the head coach in recent weeks. I saw Cardiff play against Chelsea and they played okay. They got a little style of play where they play at the back and all of that. So maybe he goes over there and he gets a bit of, you know what I'm saying, a bit of first team football. Cardiff, I wouldn't say that's the best league, but you know what I mean. It's better than playing for the under-21s or the under-18s. Obviously, Fabrizio said this about 20 hours ago that United and City both called up Semenyo situation. They called up Bournemouth to see what's going on. And Mbumo rejected the chance to captain Cameroon. He said, I'm not on all that. I don't want no distractions. look, I just want to focus on my performances on the pitch rather than the role of a captain. That's too much hype. Onana was the captain. He loves it. He runs from the halfway line every time he got a free kick. You know what he's on. So, yeah, forget all that. And then we got Mazarari. I can't wait, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to those two big tournaments. Talking about AFCON. Remember, this is mostly Man United. I'm not really going to get into that too much. De Ligt is a really top centre-back. He's amazing this season. I really like to play with him. He won Golden Boy in the past. He was also really good when he was young, blah, blah, blah. You learn every day and every game. Euro speaking. Roy Keane speaks about Manu, and he's not on the joke thing. You know, Roy Keane, he's not sympathetic at all. He says, listen, he's 20 years old. What's wrong with being patient and learning the ropes? And you know when he's saying this, he's shouting, by the way. Yeah, I saw a little clip of it. And even if he doesn't get his chance, we've all had to go through it. Sometimes a coach isn't convinced, you have to prove him wrong. Every day is an opportunity to prove yourself. So he was kind of more onto him, like, bro, you know, Scholes and that on the other side, they're saying, how can he not get in the team? You've gone mad. He's saying, bro, prove yourself. Like, it is what is, you're only 20 years old. Very rare. So he's not really having it, Roy Keane. And then it goes, Roy Keane or Manu's brother, we shouldn't even dwell on this kind of thing. Sometimes you're just surrounded by idiots, especially in the family. So they're just dissing him. It's backfired, bro. Let's be real. This little Kobe Manu thing, he thought he was going to get all the pundits. And it would have made sense and it would have went right if we lost. Or maybe he didn't play. If he didn't play 40 minutes, maybe this would have been like, all right, it makes sense. We get it. The man played 40 minutes. He came on the 60th minute and we had about 8-9 minutes of added time. So, come on, bro. And it was cold as well. Man are wearing scarves, jackets. The man took off his jacket to do this and it flopped. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It looks like what? That was probably at half time because look, they got the cones out. It's like either half, yeah, it must be at half time he's gone and done that. But to Kobe, what even on yet? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Why don't you just wait to the end of the game? All right, I could do this at another game then. We'll do this at the next game that we have. But Kobe literally played 40 minutes and it just backfired and everyone is calling him an idiot. Literally. I don't think I've seen one person that has respected this and said, yeah, you should have done that. Big on him. Everyone is saying, big man, you're an idiot. You're a twat. What are you doing? You just made it worse for him. Now, if Kobe doesn't play against Villa, or maybe he's not even in the team, he's been dropped for the team and we get Shea Lacey on the bench instead so we can keep our academy record, everyone's going to say, that was you idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? We understand it. Like, it's dumb, man. It's stupid, bro. And Kobe, he played okay that game as well. He came when he done a 1-2 thing. Rob Dawson's come out and he's saying what Man United players and family members never seem to understand is that fans won't ever back them over the club if they think they haven't behaved in the right way. It doesn't matter if they're superstars or academy graduates. The club will always come first, which is a fact, 100%. The club comes first regardless. I was upset. I was angry about Ten Hag, the way he was dealing with Amad Diallo. But, bro, when we're winning the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, I didn't care. I was still celebrating. No one sat there like, no, why is Amad not playing? I'm not going to celebrate this. Man didn't care. I love the club first. So 100%, what he's saying is right. Like, man ain't going to care. It is what it is. Most people love Ronaldo. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Most people loved, there's other players that I don't want to mention, but you know what I mean? Like, certain things have got to happen and the club is what we care about first. It is what it is, man. Ruben Amrin, last month, we should have an Amad with a right foot to put on the other wing. It is these characteristics that in time we will try to get to be a better team. He's basically hinting we need a winger like Semenyo. We need an Amad. Amad's a winger. He's not a defender. So we need a winger on the other side with a right foot. Semenyo's goal was a right foot. I remember Semenyo used to play on the left, but even his goal was on he scored with his right foot, right? That went through what's his name? Lamens. So it is what it is, man. He seems like he's the one, but I just couldn't see us spending 65 million on a wing back. But boy, it looks like they know what they're doing, innit? So it is what it is. This is just some questions I've done for something. I don't even know what that's for, but yeah, blah, blah, blah. United are absolutely in the race. Blah, boom, boom. This is the Yildiz stuff. 90 to 100 million euros. That's about 74 million pounds. Boom, boom, boom. And the reason why you are hearing so many names, specifically midfield for United, is because they want to. We've heard about Stiller. We've heard about Anderson. We've heard about Edison. We've heard about João Gomez. We've heard about Gallagher. We've heard about Belieber. And who else have we heard about? Wharton. These are the 6-7 names that we keep hearing about because we want 2 midfielders. So we might be we might be scouting them and people are just seeing that's Man United scouts and then they're bringing it up or anything. It could be anything, literally. But we want 2 midfielders. So we're trying to do a proper oval. I know Casemiro goes for real. I don't know if Bruno goes, but we're trying to switch it up 100%. So yeah, so let me show you some more news now. What's this now? I'm going to move from there. And then we got this as well. Look at this, guys. Boom. Liverpool remain a particularly attractive option, and it is understood Semenyo himself views a move to Anfield very favourable. The club's interest is genuine, and the sporting director Richard Hughes, who previously worked and played at Bournemouth, could play an important role in any negotiations. Much will depend on the future of Mo Salah. However, if Salah's situation is not resolved quickly enough, rival clubs may seize the opportunity to make their own offers. Manchester United are monitoring Semenyo closely and believe, based on early explorations, that he'll be open to a move to Old Trafford. That's from Dean Jones Soccer. So that's more links saying, yo. And I think Fabrizio said the same thing. He said, Liverpool is down to Salah. So if Salah's going to be at AFCON, because AFCON don't end until January the 20th, Semenyo's release clause is only for, I think it's the beginning, the first 15 days or something of January. They technically can't do it when you actually think about it. And everyone that I'm seeing reports, they're saying Man United, Man City and Tottenham now. I'm not really seeing Liverpool. I've heard little Arsenal ones there and there, but even the Arsenal ones is they've got too much, man. They've got to sell someone. Martinelli, Trossard, Eze, Madueke, Saka, Nwaneri. That's 6 players in the same position. They've got to sell someone. It's not going to make sense. So, bro, it could happen. You just don't know. He knows he plays for us tomorrow. He comes Man United, he plays tomorrow. Man City, he might have to, you know, sit on the bench and come off in the 60th minute. Like, it might be Liverpool, they're talking about Salah. They've got a lot of wingers over there as well. So it's all up to Salah. And then you've got Tottenham. Tottenham are pushing the hardest, apparently. But come on, what's going on? Is he really going to go to Tottenham? Unless he says, you know what, I'm going to go and lick Kudus. I'm going to play every game. It's Champions League football as well. Because Kudus and him, Ghanaian, they've got a little banter relationship. So we could go over there. Who knows? We'll see. But so this is the latest thing that's come out an hour ago about Semenyo. So we'll see if anything else comes out about him, man. But that's what is being said, which is crazy. Howard Webb, blah, blah, blah. That's what I just showed you, look. Madness. And then, yeah, this is what Ben Jacobs tried to say. I don't know where this guy's got this news from, but he's tried to say, my understanding is that Kobe Mainoo was speaking through his brother. He knew about the T-shirt and he endorsed the message. So do you think he knew about the T-shirt and endorsed the message as soon as he came on the pitch for it to be posted still? So even though he had that 40 minutes, he's still, I want to get out of here. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a bit, obviously Kobe's young, innit? So he would probably make these mistakes, but I don't know, man. He's a big man. And you're the agent. You should be able to say, nah, man, we shouldn't be doing that. You're my younger brother. I should be able to teach you. Like, no. We're not doing that, brother. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's going to get us. And that's what's been happening with the Garnachos and the Sanchos, freedom fighters. Like, it's long, man. We don't want to be in that same position. And I want better for Kobe, man. I don't want Kobe to go down this route here. And then before you know it, you know what I'm saying? He's a lost cause as well. So it is where it is, my peoples, man. That's more or less all the news. Look at this. This has just come out now about Ruben Neves. I told you, look, here we always get in the breaking news, man. You don't get the breaking news nowhere like here. Ruben Neves is pushing for a return to the Premier League in January with Manchester United and Newcastle United both on high alert. That's from the Times. Times is all right sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said to you, look, I've never seen a player leave the Saudi League and come to the Prem. I've never seen it happen. Everyone I've seen, they don't leave the Saudi League and come to the Prem. It's never that. It's always the other way around because the money's too good and it's tax-free in Saudi. So remember that. So how are you going to leave that league and getting 300K a week tax-free, and then you're coming to, you got to get into our wage bill where it's like 150 to 180 and you're getting taxed as well. So say you're getting 180, you're getting taxed, you're only getting 140. But you was getting 300. I can't see it happening. The only player that I've seen anything like that happen with is, what's that geezer called? Jordan Henderson. And he had to go to Ajax first. He went all the way to Ajax, got released, and then he went to Brentford. That's it. No one else I've seen. If you don't know someone, let me know who that player is. Martinez ain't fit enough, running up and down the wing. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You want him out for the rest of the season. He will be on the floor within 10 minutes. Especially when you got Marlon and them guys, them fast wingers. Marlon and Watkins and who else they got over there that's got a bit of speed on them. Someone else is a bit pacey over there as well. But yeah, bro, like, I don't think it's a myth. Wan-Bissaka should have been sent off. Oh yeah, second yellow. Exactly. I forgot about that. Love for that, Latrell, man. See what I'm saying? Wan-Bissaka should have been sent off that day. Little things, not enough justification. It's bare little things that add up in the end. Remember, we ended up drawing with West Ham. I'm not turned around. We should have played better anyway. And it shouldn't even have been down to that situation. But I'm just saying, they'll probably look at that and say, look, that impacted the game. Because if he wasn't there anymore, they would have just been sitting in their box, and then you never know what could happen. So that's how they're probably looking at it. Bruno ain't the problem. Amrin is the problem, playing him in a double pivot. But my man's still doing the attacking input, though, where he's got the most assists in the league. He's created the most chances. So that's not really stopping him from doing what he does. But I know what you're saying. Defensively, it's a bit shaky. Do you know what I'm saying? And if we lose the ball with one of these wonder passes he's trying to do, it's long day. Actually knows how erratic he is in midfield. He gets the GA, but do people really see how? Yeah, that's why Bruno, you put him in a 4-3-2-1, you're eating. It's lovely. If he's the 10, where he doesn't have to run back and none of that stuff, just give him the ball, let him create, give it to the wingers, give it to the striker. We're winning all day. 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1 all day. And you've got two men behind him that's going to put in the work, like a Belieber and an Anderson or whatever. And he just create the chance. We can keep him here till he's 35, bro. We can keep him here till he's 35 because he just knows where to put the ball. But when you're relying on him to run up and down and defend, and it's a long day. I know what men are saying. I understand it. But my thing is his attacking side, we need it. But the defensive side is a bit mad. Attractive option. Oh, yeah, I just saw that. Dean Jones. Love for that. Leon Ma. Appreciate that still. I just see that one there. What about Ruben Neves on a free? Like I said, on a free, I will take him, but I don't know if he's going to be free. When does his contract run out? Does it not run out the year after next? Ruben Neves. I swear it's the year after next. I don't think it's 30. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Ruben Neves, his contract runs out on the 30th of June, 2026. So 6 months from next month. So 2 weeks now, we could get Ruben Neves on a free, but does he match the age group though? 28. That's the thing. And he's probably getting like a 300K a week. I don't know, man. I don't know if he comes here, man. Like I said, man will take him, but I don't know if they'll do that. He's going to be 29, probably March. So by the time his contract runs out, he's 29. You think they will do it? I don't think any of us do that, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's 30th of June, so it could be a free. I didn't even know it was a free. I thought he still had 1 more year left. That's crazy. That's crazy still. So we'll see where Man United and Newcastle. Much will depend on the future of Salah. However, if Salah's situation, that's what I'm saying. It isn't going to be resolved because he's at AFCON. How can you resolve someone's situation ASAP if they're at AFCON? Do you know what I'm trying to say? If the man's at AFCON with Egypt and they go all the way, remember, AFCON finishes on the 18th of December. So if they go all the way to the 8th of December and you got Man United, Man City knocking the door, Semenyo, what are you saying, bro? Come out, bro. Come outside. He's coming outside for one of them. So I don't know. We are being linked with so many players yet. We aren't even sure if we continue with the 3-4-2-1 or 4. This is what they might be telling Semenyo. Yo, you're coming in to play as a left wing. Who knows? Do you know what I'm saying? Amrin might switch it up and say, you're coming in to play as a left winger. Cunha, you're going to be the 10 when Bruno leaves. We get a second striker. Who knows what's going on? There's so much things that are changing that we just don't have a clue, bro. It's mad. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Amrin won't give up on the 3-4-2-1. Bro, he's changed it a bit, though. You saw against Bournemouth. He switched it up. We made it a 4. So, boy, he's and he was saying that from the beginning. We will adapt and change up things, but I'll do it in my own time type of thing. He didn't want to get pressured into changing his team. You know what I'm saying? Yan Diamonde's fire. Yildiz will be hot men. Will be hot men? What? What do you mean by that, brother? What do you mean, bro? I know Yan Diamonde is cold. He scored a lot of goals, and he's met. Who did he play for again? Diamonde, the one with the mask on his face you're talking about, right? But what do you mean by that, though? Hot fire and that. What do you mean by that? Wouldn't be surprised if Wilcox told Belieber to play so we can get him cheaper. Nah, man, I don't think so. I saw something about Belieber yesterday. He done a meeting. He done his own little interview, and he said, "Listen, it wasn't on my mind like that." I'll show you right now. This is what he said. He basically said that they asked him if the Manchester United links was on his mind, why he's been playing how he's playing. And he said, look, on missed transfer, nah, I do not think it affected me, but I had a lot of pressure on me. I wanted to have same performance as last season. Every day I tried to work hard and to get back on my level. I don't think so, because when you look at what's going on right now, yeah, we've got Anderson and these guys. They're the new guys now. They're the new flavour of the month. Kobe Mainoo was standing on a post the other day at the Euros. He was the guy. He was the flavour of the month. Now he can't get a game. You got Anderson and Wharton. So I can't see players saying, you know what, I'm going to play rubbish. I can't see that happening. I don't think that happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Times, Ruben, yeah, I just see that. Love for that. We're getting Semenyo. I'm gonna show you the stuff about Semenyo in a minute, but Brad, we're in the race. We're fully in the race. Liverpool have basically got a thing. They've got to sort out their Salah situation, but Salah is going to AFCON, and the AFCON final is on the 18th of December. So unless that's sorted by then, 18th of January, sorry. And Semenyo's release clause kicks in from the beginning of January. So I don't think they're in the race like that, man. I don't think they're in it, man. I'm surprised by the interview of Ben. We need to go and spend. We've had Bruno on. His own time costed us Europa, and we finished 15th. Whose own time? You talking about Bruno? Is that what you're talking about? So let me summarize what's going on anyway. So basically, the Semenyo talk. Let me go back to it now. Hold on. What's that? What's this? Manchester United are the most impacted club offensively from AFCON. So we've got 11. What? I don't understand. Oh, goals and assists this season. I was thinking, what? We ain't got 11 players going AFCON. So basically, we've got, out of goals and assists, we've the most been impacted because we've got 11 goals and assists between Ahmad and Mbeumo gone. And Fulham as well. I think they got Chuck Weezy, and he scored 2 goals against Fulham. Iwobi, sorry, not against Fulham, against City. Iwobi, obviously, he scored 1-2 goals for them. Who else is at Fulham as well that's gone? Bassi scored 1-2 headers. He's gone AFCON. Yeah, that's why he didn't play yesterday. I was sitting there watching the Newcastle game and like, where's Bassi? I didn't clock. So Fulham's got as much goals and assists as us. Everton, obviously, and Jai. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. 7. That's probably all Mo Salah. That's the only player that's going AFCON from Liverpool. So that's all Mo Salah. 4, I don't know who that is. Django or something, probably. But yeah, so that's that anyway. Boom. Andy Mitten's come out. This is my guy, you know. Andy Mitten, when he speaks, you got to listen, bro. I'll tell you like that now. When we was all sitting there getting gassed over Gyökeres. Gyökeres says, Gyökeres and Mbeumo and Cunha. Andy Mitten came out and said, there's nothing going on with Gyökeres. I've not heard nothing. And everyone was like, he's negative. He wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? He's the most complete midfielder that I've seen in a long time. That's just Bruno bigging up Pogba. Man United have created the highest XG in the league, followed by Man City and then Arsenal. We just ain't put all the goals away, bro. We just got to be a bit more clinical, bro. It is where it is. And then this is obviously Andy Mitten. That's my guy. Listen to him now. He says, Bruno Fernandes didn't ask Man United to leave, and equally, Manchester United said, you've got a contract here and we want to honour that contract. Bruno asks, but do you really want me to stay? That sounds like your girl, innit? You know when you say like, she says, do you want to do this? And you go, I don't mind. But do you really want to do this? Like, you know what I mean? Do you really want me to stay? It's just how much they wanted him to stay. Man United wanted him. Amrin definitely wanted him. The fans wanted him. Had he gone to the club, which he didn't do, and say, I want to leave, United would have let him and not kept him against his will, but they're going to pay a fortune for you to leave the club. Okay, so they basically said, listen, we want you to stay, but if you want to leave, we don't mind basically letting you leave. So that's why he probably looked at it and said, like, they wasn't begging me to leave, basically. Like, it was just like, boy, if you want to leave, you can leave, but they got to pay a fortune for you. Like, that's it. And obviously, Saudi's got money galore. They offered him 700K, so that wouldn't have been a problem. That would have been about 100 million or something. So that's all it is, man. It's nothing big. But Andy Mitten knows his stuff, man. And this is obviously the Talk of the Devils podcast, which he does with the other boys from The Athletic, which is Laurie Whitwell and all of that. They're all certified as well. So more quotes are going to come out whilst we're here. So don't watch nothing. Man will fill you in with all of them. But he was the first person to come out and say that we wanted 2 midfielders, Man United. He said we want 2 midfielders. And everyone was like, whatever. Bam. Ben Jacobs was saying it. Fabrizio saying it now. Everyone's saying it. So that's the boy Andy Mitten, man. Big him up. But yeah, that's just The Bruno thing's just a joke thing, man. We'll see what happens in the summer. I just don't like the way so much stuff's coming out about it now, and it's an irrelevant time. Like, there's no point even talking about it. So there's this talk about Yildiz. For those that's missed it, he's been named as a player that Man United like. He will cost about 90 to 100 million euros. If it's 90 million euros, that's about 74 million pounds. And it's like Semenyo. If we don't go for Semenyo, then maybe we go for him. But I just can't see. He's an actual 10. He plays as a left 10. So unless we're sitting here and we're saying maybe we're planning for a Bruno exit for real, maybe it's like, you know what, we go and get someone like Yildiz and he's our 10 for next season. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we're changing the formation where we have a proper 10, and I don't know. When he gets the midfielders he wants, he can play them a bit different. Who knows? But Ben Jacobs has come out. Ben Jacobs has been kind of good since this last window. He's been kind of good. He brought his name back up because before that he was pony. No one used to rate him. And then now he gets a few things right. And he's saying, Yildiz is in there. Watch out for that one. Obviously, you got to watch out for Semenyo as well. And I'll show you the Semenyo quotes for those that's just come in the chat quickly before I keep it moving. And it basically just said, this is Fabrizio speaking about Semenyo. And he just said Man City and Man United, blah, blah. But this is Ben Jacobs. When I've asked him, are Man United front of the race? He says, probably not. But are they firmly in the race? Absolutely. Man United hope if they move on this, that Semenyo will pick a singular club. The same way it happened with Sesko. He wanted us. And Bruno came out and said, I want Man United. Newcastle, chill. Tottenham, allow it. You know what I'm saying? He put everyone aside. He's basically saying, the same way with the Lap. The Lap said he wanted Chelsea, and we had to get brushed to aside. So that's what he's basically hoping, because it's a release clause. When someone's got a release clause or a relegation clause, everyone can match that clause, and it's just about the player making a decision. So if he comes out and says, I want to go to Man United, we'll probably get an Ornstein bomb, bam. I want to go to Man City. Man City will just match the clause, bam, it's done. Instead of having all these clubs sitting around, it's a long thing. So we'll see what happens, man. It could be a domino effect, blah, blah, blah. Man United and Arsenal, we would rather do it in the summer because of financials, but we might have to step in and do it a bit earlier. Bro, let me tell you something about financials. Nobody knows about our financials, bro. They bamboozled everyone. We saw what happened in the summer. We thought we didn't have any money. They thought we didn't have any money. When I'm saying they, I'm talking about the journalists. Everyone thought we didn't have any money. We bought Mbeumo and Cunha. Every single journalist I can think of said we have to sell. Ornstein, Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, we have to sell, then we can buy a striker. We came out of nowhere and bought Sesko. So they don't have a clue. Sir Jim is a crook. So don't even worry about no financials. Man United have the urgency, but they've got to be able to make it work financially. And remember, we want 2 elite midfielders. There's been talks we want Wharton and Belieber, or Anderson and Stiller, or Joe Gomez, whatever. So it's like, could we go and still get our elite midfielders that we definitely want if we go and get Semenyo now? Maybe in the summer, once we've let go of Casemiro and sold 1, 2, that's how he's looking at it. Sometimes they could just literally say to us, I don't know nothing else, but they won't do that. They're just going to act like they know everything. So they're going to go off what they last knew as well. Fabrizio repeats himself a lot because he just doesn't know anything else. So Man United will sign 2 experienced midfielders either in January or the summer, regardless if they get Semenyo or not. So if we get Semenyo, it doesn't mean nothing. We're still getting 2 midfielders. This is what I'm trying to say. So it's crazy, bro. This is what's going on. This is what Ben Jacobs is saying. This is what he's talking about, the situation that we want the 2 midfielders. I reckon Casemiro goes regardless. There's so much talks about Bruno's future. Ugarte, Galatasaray want him. He seems like a Galatasaray player anyway. Someone that's just going to go mad. Atletico Madrid, aggressive. Keep it moving, brother, please. And then, yeah, 2 experienced midfielders either way. So that's that, man. Obviously, Kobe, apparently he endorsed it. He endorsed the T-shirt. He knew that his brother was doing it, and he was basically bigging it up. But, bro, you being the older brother, you're an idiot. And everyone's called him an idiot. I've just seen Gary Neville and that Roy Keane getting onto him. Like, you're a joker. He hasn't done anything for him. And I don't think he's expected to play 40 minutes that game. He probably thought he wasn't going to play again. Played 40 minutes. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is, man. Obviously, there's bare talk about Bruno Fernandes and da-da-da-da-da. So that's it, my peoples, man. That's me wrapping it up now. Smash the likes if you haven't already. We'll be back here tomorrow. And I'll do a 10-minute update with any news that comes out from now to about 9 o'clock. I'll put it in a 10-minute video about 9, 10 o'clock. So make sure you're there for that. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. See you lot in a bit.
Got some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. But now I'm preserving beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.